Social work in action, I first got introduced to the idea or to the program through my behavioral health professors. A lot of them were just sending out emails and have the little flyer where people could read and learn more information. But it wasn't until advising day where I met with my behavioral health professor, Professor Solano, and he was introducing the idea to people and letting people know, like, this is something that's really great. I would advise you guys to do this. And it wasn't until one day after my health class, I was walking to the student life building. I saw Ashley there, and she had like the table, and she was like promoting social work in action. And I was there with my friend Nobukosi, and we were both like, let's get more information and figure it out. And just talking to Ashley, I learned so much, and her spirit was just so welcoming and so positive that she really motivated us and inspired us to apply and to see what little journey this could take us in, because we were told that it was still something that was new, something that is starting up. And she even told us that Dr. Morris was a part of it. And I remember Dr. Morris from like many of my classrooms, and I was always very nervous to like email her or to like visit her and talk to her. But that idea of, hey, maybe I could actually like get in touch with her before transferring was something that really inspired me. And just having my friend too, and having all of our professors be like, no, this is great, please do this. I was like, okay, I'm definitely motivated to try it out. I feel like I've learned so many different aspects and routes and paths that people can do with social work, because I think that like many when we think of social work, sometimes people think of more like child welfare, or they think of like counseling. And growing up, my family, we received a lot of support and help from school social workers that like assist the students there in elementary school, high school, middle school. Meet a social worker day is something that's like very great, because we learn different aspects and different careers that people can do. One day we went to the Montgomery County Circuit Court, and there we met with like the family division services, and we just learned about all these different things that the social workers there got to do, and like how they help the students. And it was really nice because I never really thought about it in that perspective. Or even just like for one of them, we went to Rockville in the Department of Human Services, and it was like with the older adults division. And there we were able to learn about just many different things that like the older adult population go through, and the ways that social workers support them. It was just things that I didn't personally know about, since in my household and in my family, my grandparents, they all live in El Salvador, so I don't not really introduced to the older population. And it's just things that I didn't really realize how difficult it is. Because I joined Social Work in Action like the semester before my transfer, I was able to go to a lot of the events that took place at USG. And just being able to go there, we did like campus tours. We got to meet some of the professors, the social work professors, before we even got to be students there, which was really great, because just having that familiarity kind of took away a lot of the anxiety that I felt just being like in a new campus, being with new professors, just the unfamiliarity of everything. Being a part of Social Work in Action, and just being able to go on campus, go to the programs, events there, and then just meet the professors there prior to me transferring, I felt so much excitement, and I felt so much more secure as well, because I felt like I was going to be super anxious, just even prior to transferring, doing the application process, like just thinking about all the different things that I had to do. Just being in Social Work in Action the semester before I transferred, I was able to receive support from Dr. Morris and from Ashley, which really helped me throughout the application process. Like, I felt so lucky to do the Meet a Social Worker event before being a USG student, because the second time around, I was like, wait, I remember some of these faces. Maybe I can now go to different tables and figure out like what this person does, or what this like different career path could do. And just through that too, I was able to be more like head on when I wanted to attend events. I got to meet so many different social work students that were like seniors that typically, I guess, like juniors coming into to like a new institution wouldn't really talk to. And so, be able to do that, I participated in the Social Work Student Association, SWISA, and I got to meet so many of the different like officers there, which were really fun. And during my last semester, so the spring, I became one of the secretaries there, which was really exciting. And I think without social work in action, I wouldn't have had the confidence to do so many different things. And I think a lot of that was because I got so much like motivation and I got so much like reassurance from everybody involved. And being in the cohort too, I think that just having different students that kind of are doing like this journey with you at the same time and you already having familiarity with them really helps because you kind of have like someone that is there and you know they understand you. I think the Meet a Social Worker event really helps because I'm able to talk to different professionals in their field, but it also helps to see the diversity in like the social workers as well. Just noticing that everybody comes from different backgrounds, different cultures, and just going to one of the events and seeing a social worker there that is, she was in her doctoral program, like a PhD candidate. And she also comes from, she's like Latina as well. And just seeing that, I was like, oh my gosh, that could be me if like I really want to go that direction. And just hearing what like motivated her and what pushed her into wanting to do social work really, that also helped me because I realized that a lot of why I want to be a social worker is similar to hers. Because a lot of it for me, it's like I want to be able to support my community, like Latinos, first generation, and even immigrants, like just immigrants, refugees. I want to be able to support them somehow. And seeing the different social workers that either work in that field or work because they witnessed or experienced something similar really kind of ignited that passion and really just reassures me that I'm doing what I really want to do. So for me, I think because I don't really have that much practice being in like professional settings in this like way, like networking events and all these different things, I feel like just being able to communicate with different professors, being able to attend the events and kind of get that familiarity really helps me. As a high schooler or as a like Montgomery College student, it's okay to not have everything like it's okay to not have everything figured out and to not know where you're headed and to be really unsure and to be afraid of like jumping into something. Because I think for me, when I was a Montgomery College student, there were so many different options that I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to learn everything. And I think social work is one of those professions that you kind of could learn a little bit of everything with it because of how diverse it is. Like there's so many different paths and so many different ways that you could use social work that I think that if you're someone that's like, I kind of want to be in a school setting and then be like, maybe I want to work with this population or in this setting, social work is something that could definitely allow you to do that. There's so many different things you could do with social work. There's so many different levels to it that I think people don't really realize. I think it's super exciting. And social workers are people that are so welcoming too. Like they're all a lot of my friends that are social workers, they're all so supportive and they're so empathetic and it's amazing. Like it's such a great place to, a community to want to join. Wow. So for me, when I was a Montgomery College student, I think a lot of it was, going to class, coming back, and not really joining clubs. But I think being able to be in social work in action, you get to meet so many different people there that are a part of your cohort, and you get to attend so many different events together that and I think also being a USG student, a lot of the people that you have in one class, you'll probably have in a lot of the other ones. And so I think it's something that really helps for you to network with them, get used to them, see them outside of a school setting too, because some of these events are outside of the usual classroom hours. And I think that being a social work student is really great and you learn so much, but I think being a social work in action, you learn a lot more things in a different depth that you don't really get in the classroom. Like a lot of these events, sometimes you even go to like the site visits, and during those site visits, you get to learn a lot more about the profession and about from the professionals themselves. And so I think that it just helps a lot. And through that, I think that you get so connected to your classmates and there are people that I feel like I'm going to always be connected to. I'm always going to possibly talk to them after, after graduation. And I think that belonging really helps um, to even feel like so much more reassurance and confidence, I would say, because your classmates are, like if there's a really hard assignment, they're there to motivate you, they're there to support you. And it's just like just having that like really helps a lot. Just having someone that kind of understands you is great. I think that for me, if the program was available when I was a high schooler, I think it would have really helped me out. I think really just helps guides you and support you and just reassures you that you like if you're really into social work, this is a great path for you. But if you have a bit of doubts or even want to learn more, I think that this is a great opportunity to just attend events, learn more about it, talk to the professionals in the events as well, or even just like talking to professors, getting familiarity with them, getting to know them. I think just being able to like go to someone that you see like as a professional and talk to them and kind of advocate for yourself really helps a lot because I think that unless you have that practice down or are like comfortable or have that skill, it's something that many people like would get anxious about. And I think that it's great because you get to build a sense of community as well with like the students that are in the cohort with you. You get to build skills as well, but just being able to have the opportunity and to learn more about it is great because like myself, I'm a first generation college student and I transferred from like Montgomery College. I think that a lot of students that don't have a parent that attended college here, they might be very lost, very confused, not sure what to do. And I think having someone there that's kind of guiding you, kind of motivating you and supporting you and inspiring you really helps out because I feel like if I wasn't in the program when I attended, which was the semester before I transferred, I think I would have just not really known what to do, like not know the deadlines. And I think just having someone that's kind of like letting you know, like, hey, this event is going on, like this would be great. You get to go to this open house and all of these things really were great.